Very. Anybody that's a D-line coach by nature and then you get a chance to get a guy like that, very excited. Happy he's here.
What does that allow you to do up front?
Really, I mean, you add another big-time playmaker to the group, and obviously it adds to your depth so you can continue to rotate and keep guys fresh. But obviously an outstanding football player, impactful player, and adds to the depth of the group, quality, high-level quality depth.
Sorry, that rotation, how critical is that?
Very. You guys see it with teams around the league. Usually the teams that make the long runs and have a lot of sustained success, you have depth in the defensive line. Just so guys can stay fresh. It's a taxing position, but obviously very impactful. But you need to have guys to be as fresh as possible throughout the duration of the game, especially fourth quarter, to be able to finish strong.
Is there a percentage of snaps you're looking for those guys up front that's ideal, or does it go game to game and based on like where they are?
You always kind of have like a feel of where you want things to be. Like generally like 60-40 is where you want things to be at. But obviously just the natures of the game and how things flow, sometimes that can go off a little bit. You can maybe deviate a little higher. But obviously you like to keep it in a 60-40 range and be on top of that as much as you can during the flow of the game.
You would always want to add a guy like Leonard to this group, but the fact that it is 10 games in 10 weeks, there is no break left.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something to that where there's an added benefit there?
Yeah, I mean, because it's hard to find. You're never going to get a guy that's on the waiver wire, a guy that's walking the streets of this stature, this ability, and all those things. So to be able to get him in the mix, and the benefit is he's incredibly sharp, has picked up things really well. And so to get him in the rotation of understanding exactly what we want, and the big plus is the unselfishness of the group and the openness for him to be fit in and being with these guys already has been awesome. So it's I look forward to seeing that on game day.
It seems like you haven't done as much of the three down linemen sense, but can you use him, Leonard, and Jared and Draymond?
Yeah, I mean, we still have versatility in everything that we need to do. There's nothing that has changed, so to speak. We're just playing to put our best guys on the field, and what's needed by game is really what's going on right now.
How unusual is his length at that position?
I mean, 6'4" and change, maybe 6'5" guy, 35-inch arms. I mean, this guy's he can tie his shoes without bending over. So I mean, he's got long arms.
What's been the most impressive part of Boye's kind of breakout here, 5 sacks?
Credit to the kid. Continuing just putting the rush plan together, but his time and now studying tackles and seeing what's going on, and a ton of credit to BT. His ability to get with these guys and spend a lot of time with them one-on-one and help them see things and put their time, put their rush plans together versus the opponent has been invaluable.
And you guys obviously talked about this a lot in the spring, kind of saying it's maybe, but now seeing it kind of come to fruition.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you see all the things that you anticipate and expect to happen, then it's realized. As a coach, you expect it. For the player, what's exciting is when they see it happen too, because then their confidence goes through the roof. So it's been great for him.
Lamar Jackson has significantly decreased the amount of time that he's holding on to the ball. He's getting it out much faster than ever. How does that change a rush plan, or kind of how you plan to get to him, especially with the size of their offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to kind of see and figure out the situations when the ball's coming out fast, when you kind of study and do a breakdown of that. The other side, whether the ball's coming out fast or he's holding it, you have to continue to rush in those situations, and obviously be ready to get your hands up in some quick game situations. But with him and the dynamic athlete that he is, you have to always be conscious of rush lanes and making sure that you try to keep him bottled up the very best you can. And it is a large offensive line, so it's a heck of a matchup. They're really good up front, and he's really improved as a passer and he's having a heck of a year.
How Devon Witherspoon won the NFC Rookie
month, yeah.
Today, how do you kind of see him handle all the attention and stuff like that, or these things that come for him?
He's really a humble kid, and he talks a lot, and a lot of that he's talking to himself, and he's always engaged and in the moment and all those things. But he's a humble kid. He's always looking for more and other ways to get better, always asking the right questions, which is something that I love. So he's really engaged. He's not thinking about anything, what he's trying to get done, or any accolades. He's not reading any of the press clippings. That's not the type of kid that he is. So that usually bodes well with his talent for a really bright future and handling the success well.
Frank, what did you see out of Frank on Sunday?
Still quick and explosive. He played really hard. knew everything that was going on, didn't have any mental errors. That part was awesome considering, I mean, he was here for a cup of coffee and he was like, okay, put on a helmet, let's go play. So he did well. I know the more and more I know he's an experienced veteran, but the more and more he plays in it, he's going to make plays and be impactful for us. So I'm excited to have him here.
He looks like he's about 20 pounds lighter than you guys had him last time.
Yeah, no, he's lost some weight. It feels really good. You know, I think that's more of a, you know, personal decision you could talk to him about, but he's still strong and still twitchy and powerful. So even though he might be a little bit lighter, you know, sometimes it happens. Guys get a little bit later in their career, they want to shed weight a little bit. So it's good. As long as he feels good, I feel good.
Anything else?
All right.
Thank you.
Guys, take care.